Black Star.
Is it really, really cool?
Incredible. They're incredible videos, but they're I can't get through Lazarus without crying.
I was gonna say, it's so sad, right? Just
yeah.
Have you listened to it, Jessica? Have you heard the album?
No, I haven't. But I just mean like how we were saying, like waiting until after he's passed away.
You know what?
So sad.
I saw a photo today, and it did make me really, really sad. That last photo of David Bowie. Did you see it?
And
his wife. He's coming out. He's got the hat and the suit on, and he's just.
Oh.
And I don't know. I mean, yeah, he's dead at the time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like,
it was kind of like, oh, that was just the other week. That was not long ago. It's kind of.
Yeah.
It's a bit. Scary. Yeah, let's start the show off on a really, really.
I know.
We're gonna start let's start off on a positive note. Today's Paul Stanley's birthday from Kiss.
Is it?
He is 63.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, I'm going to start it off on a negative note. Animal from the Muppets is dead. 66 he was. So okay.
Who will play Wipeout?
There we go. I'm sorry to break that news. That is really bad. And while we're on a complete downer at the moment, I listened to Ice Cream Social episode 193, and that guy wrote in about his best friend's kid dying of cancer.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit! That was the most honest. I was crying basically. You can hear it in the voices of Matt and Paul and Jacob. It was just really hard. I was like, I just felt really bad.
Yeah, and I find it interesting because they always do a good job. Like their advice that they give is always pretty solid, and but it just makes me question, man, if I was going through something like that, the last thing I would think to do is to write it as a scoop mail.
You know what? I'm going through something really, really bad. I'll get in touch with some comedians. I'll see if they can help me out. They might make you laugh. I don't know. No.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know.
Seems like
maybe that was the thing people did. Maybe I'm just weird. Okay, yeah.
We all do weird stuff when we're in grief. We do incredibly bizarre stuff.
Sure.
When a very close friend of mine died, I decided to watch all of Pitchman, which is that show Billy Mays did, where it was a reality TV show about pitching products.
Oh God,
it was a terrible show, but I was just I'm very depressed.
Yeah.
I mean, I still am incredibly devastated about David Bowie, so my way of dealing with that was I'm going to listen to the Sarah Silverman book now.
All right. Okay.
It's not a hard tangent to go. Okay. Well,
some type of distraction. Yeah.
This little kid is going to be dead soon, and I'm going to write to Matt and Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
it makes me laugh.
A weird sort of sense. Yeah. Why not?
Did you hear the scoop mail? Was it the next episode? Was it on 194 about the guy with the deaf son? Did you hear that one? And they were kind of they were sort of making a bit of a joke about it. It's you could probably get offended by that. Did you hear that?
It's
it was funny, but yeah.
Speaking, I know that we're supposed to be.
Ace, you just broke up then, but can you say what you just said again? I couldn't quite hear you, but I was guessing what you said. It's not like the kid could hear them.
Yeah, it's not like the kid could hear them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess his dad could sign. I can't sign. I don't know.
Something absolutely horrible about that Ice Cream Social episode was the amount my voice is said. Because of the fucking Lemmy impression. Constantly.
Geez.
And I am like a trained dog. Whenever I hear my name drop, whenever I heard my name drop, especially by them, I know that's followed up by a request. So instinctively, I'll open up my art canvas every single time.
Every time.
It's hard. It's hard to break that habit because my name was said.
Can you get on that?
300.
Yeah, there's a lot, isn't it? Yeah, I heard all that. That was bad.
So yeah, Paul Stanley Kiss
go. Yeah. Happy birthday.
Which ties into the fact that he was in a movie called Detroit Rock City, who was directed by one Adam Rifkin.
Indeed.
is also directing Penn Jillette's horror film Director's Cut.
Director's Cut! Yay. Finally coming out.
See? I'm getting better at this fucking segue thing.
Yeah.
So
you're a pro.
Director's Cut's being premiered this Friday, world premiere at the Slamdance Film Festival, which fuck knows where that is. I don't know where does it? In Utah,
Salt Lake.
Yeah. Right alongside the Sundance Film Festival. Is that correct? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. So that is all quite exciting. So fingers crossed, someone sees it, someone buys it, someone gets it out to all the theatres, and we get copies of it and stuff like that, and it'll all be quite exciting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm kind of still waiting to find out if my music's in it, because my music was shortlisted. There was just there's 10 people who were shortlisted for the music, and I think initially it was like, yeah, it's definitely going to go in, and then they showed the first cut of the movie to oh god, who's the film director? I completely forgot. Night of the Living Dead. No, Night of the Living Dead.
George Romero?
No, not Night of the Living Dead. Oh shit, no, fucking hell. What's the other zombie one?
Paul Stanley from Kiss.
Return of the Living Dead. I'll tell you what. You know what? Who directed American Werewolf in London?
It's either John Lasseter or Paul Stanley. Wait, no, John Lasseter did Pixar.
No, it's Pixar. John Landis.
Yes, John.
I got there eventually.
We are a mess this evening. Oh my goodness.
You know what? This podcast is becoming more and more like an old folks' home, isn't it? Really, sort of the conversations we're having. So yeah, I'm sure it was John Landis actually looked at the initial edit of Director's Cut and said it's way too long. You should cut it out. It might not have been John Landis, actually, now I think about it. But you should cut it down. Whoever it was, he said you should cut it down. So then there was less chance of my music being included in it. So it might. So it's his fault.
That you were one of 10 people, though.
Oh, it is good. Yeah, I was kind of really, really chuffed about that. But if my music's not in it because John Landis said the movie's got to be shorter, then fuck you, John Landis.
Yeah.
It might not even been John Landis. Is John Landis the director? He is, isn't he? I should know this.
You know,
Where am I? What time is it?
Well, it's quite late here now. We are 15 minutes later than we should have been on air.
Yeah, I know.
Because Darren's not here. Because Darren's dead, buried on the moon surface. Ace killed him. It's your fault, Ace. Sorry, go on, Ace.
Apologies to his grieving widow.
Didn't you kill her as well? I thought you killed her.
No.
Oh, right. Sure?
As he was floating away, he was like, "Tell my wife I love her very much."
Oh,
and I had to call back. She knows.
Listen, we haven't given an intro to this. This is welcome to the Coffee Jelly Hour. This is episode 16. I'm Tony. Ace is here. Jessica's here.
Hey.
Darren's dead. Sorry we were late, and we'll carry on as normal now.
Well,
sorry,
we were trying to contact the necromancer, and man, those fucking people. It's okay to say those people about necromancers. I mean, he happens to be black, but I'm not saying those people because he's black. I'm saying those people
because he's a necromancer. Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, okay, and it's funny because he's like a voodoo priest, but like he's all offended by that. Like he's using the.
Ace, the other thing is he is a small person as well, so I'm not sure.
When he was on the phone, he was like, "No, I am a pygmy." So he's got everything going on with him.
Yeah. So
probably not. You know what I was gonna say is Director's Cut. Obviously, for anybody who's all like 5 people who ever listen to this, Director's Cut is a film in which the premise is that Penn Jillette plays a character doing audio commentary over both found footage and movie footage.
Yeah,
and
stolen movie film.
What I'm about to go on a tangent about is that I really want that to become a trend. I want to see more movies in that genre. Like I might contact Paul and get him to quit being an improviser and on a famous Vegas show. And
Paul Mattingly, I thought you meant Paul, not Paul Stanley.
No,
Go on.
I wish I got that. And maybe get together with him and cut down a bunch of He-Man episodes or Thundercats episodes, and have like the commentary. have like the running commentary, just be like, "Those Thundercats."
Oh.
And just sort of recut it so it's. I would watch the or Skeletor. Yeah, he might think he got the upper hand, but he did not.
That is such a great idea. That's a good idea. You should do that.
Good.
You should suggest that to him. I'm loving that. I'd watch that. Definitely.
I'd watch the hell out of commentary. Like I'm hoping that trend catches on more because that would be fun.
That would be good. Listen,
my fear is that the trend will catch on because director's cut will be like moderately successful, and then like somebody will do it again, and then like Penn won't get like full credit for like starting that, So that's like I want director's cut to be so successful that if that does become a trend, people know that director's cut started it. You know what I mean?
Started it, yeah. Hollywood will suddenly catch on and go, oh, we need to start churning these movies out, and they'll start doing a load of movies similar to it. And all that. The trailer is fucking awesome, isn't it?
It looks great. Yeah, it looks really, really good.
And you know that obviously the first half of it is the glossy knockoff sort of cop crime movie. That part where you see the woman on the cell phone and she gets the bullet in the head, that's Teller at the top of the tower, isn't it? That's Teller's character. Have I just hold on, spoiler alert.
Teller's in the movie and he talks.
Yeah. Is that a spoiler? No, is that a spoiler that it was him?
I thought Teller was the guy when they do the like it's the guy being interrogated, and they smack the back of his head, and he falls forward. I thought that was him. It
is. He gets off on like police.
He's also the guy in the.
I thought he was the guy in the tower. I think so.
Okay, he might be, but I just didn't catch it. I didn't catch that was him.
I mean, you don't see it in the trailer, but I'm sure it was in the script kind of thing. It's
okay.
But, yeah, I think so. I need to go back and kind of read that, but yeah, I was kind of excited when I saw that. I was like, oh, look at the effect of the blood and everything. Yeah, it's like kill someone. Yeah, you do see Teller a little bit, don't you? In the trailer, you do see him.
Yeah, you see his face when they're like interrogating. Yeah.
Like they hit him or something. Yeah, which is
they like hit the back of his head and he falls forward.
Oh, I can't wait to see the movie. I don't know when we're going to be seeing it though. I just hope there is a premiere in London so I can go and see it, kind of thing. So that'd be great. I mean, it's going to be all over America. America's quite big, isn't it? But
we're kind of spread out. Yeah, I think Ace and I are in like 4-hour difference of time zones right now.
Yeah, you are actually, aren't you?
At least.
So it's all a bit confusing, but yeah, I just hope
it's odd because we're literally about 30 feet away from each other, but the moon base has very strange time zones.
I know.
Right.
I thought aren't you on the dark side of the moon, Ace? I thought you were on the dark side.
Yeah. It's pretty okay here, except for fucking Roger Waters.
He's just fucking there with his bass guitar.
Yeah, and he's just gotta like it's
beating his wife up.
It's him and it's the guy from Bauhaus and they literally have these bizarre clocks stopping all at the same time. The pigs fly to the moon, but they don't circle it all the way.
They are using a lot of drugs as well, aren't they?
Everyone's faces melt simultaneously like a Christmas tree. Golden hairdos on the tie clip.
This is Roger. We are talking to Roger now, aren't we? Roger.
Somerset.
Roger. Yeah, it's Roger. He's stoned. Roger, how's your wife? You haven't beat her up recently. I keep saying that about his wife beating tendencies. I don't think. Yeah, I think it was unfounded. So I'll take that all back. Sorry, Roger.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, yes. Shit, that's bad. Yeah, I feel a bit bad now, really. I do.
Hello.
You know what? I am.
Is there anybody in there?
I'm a big fan of Pink Floyd.
Just nod if you can hear me. Is there anyone home? Right.
Let Ace go.
It's the guitar player, right? You can't play their songs anymore. You're not Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Gilmour, Dave Gilmour.
Yeah. Which it's still strange that Roger Waters is still doing the wall, but whatever. Speaking of, because whatever,
it's weird, though.
director's cuts of film, bands that got better with time. Like, how many bands do you guys know with which their first album does not compare to, say, their third album?
Oof.
I'm thinking.
You mean the third album's better?
Yeah, the third album is genuinely one of their best, or even the fourth album. Because I already have like a loaded 7.
Oh shit! Well, you know. Oh, okay.
I can't think off the top of my head of any. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, saying that, oh shit, that's a difficult one because I love the first album. But I'm gonna say the Beastie Boys, which is great. You know what I mean? I think they just got stronger and stronger. I love the first album anyway, but it's. But
like, would you forsake the first album for one of their later albums?
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. That's a difficult one. I can't think of that.
I would need to really.
Oh, yeah, I know. A band called Dead Can Dance. It's just random.
You absolutely are correct on that one.
Yeah.
Their first couple of albums are a little too.
Their first album is like not. There isn't sort of like underlining pop. There's something there which is like, yeah, it's okay, it's good, yeah, I like it. But then they got darker and more world type music and ethnic sort of influences, and
they went from just straight up hippies to kind of like goth hippies.
Yeah. So I do love Dead Can Dance.
Well, I pose this because for me, one of the obvious ones is Pink Floyd. I don't care for Syd Barrett. I think this is.
Yeah, Syd Barrett. Yeah. You know what? We just talked about Pink Floyd, and I didn't even think about that.
And that's what spawned it, because their early stuff was like Beatles knockoff. It was a little spacey, but it still had that see Emily play.
Yeah, and it's that sort of silly element in there, wasn't it? And it's all, you know, I don't mind it, but yeah, the later albums are way better.
It's bubblegum, and then you have shit like Animals, which I think is one of the finest albums ever created by and then to follow it up, I'd have to say that another one on that list is Alice Cooper. As much as the novelty of that Frank Zappa recorded his first album is the only thing the first album has going on for it, because it's a shitty album. His first 2 albums are his second one is okay, but it still has that like, we're coming out of the 70s, Flower Children. It isn't until his third album, Love It to Death, where you get Alice Cooper and you get that feeling.
Yeah.
Another good example, and this is a really tough one for me to say, is David Bowie. And I know everybody... Yeah, well, his first album, it has one of my favorite songs on it, which is Signet Committee. And it's got Space Oddity, which are beautiful songs. But by and large, the first 2 albums are like British Bob Dylan, where he's pretty much entirely playing as if he was Bob Dylan. And it isn't until the third album, Hunky Dory, where you get changes. You get Hunky Dory. You get Life on Mars. You get all these You get the David Bowie that you come like. I still feel like the first 2 albums are essentially latter-day David Jones, which is David Bowie's real name. And it's funny that he wanted to tour originally as Davy Jones and
Davy Jones.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Already taken.
And the right when his first album came out, the Monkees got really big.
Yeah. It's like, hey, that guy's got the same name as me. How strange. You know what? I don't know. I should really go back and listen to all David Bowie stuff. I really don't know much about him.
I can right now tell you immediately, do not walk to an album called Outside. That came out came out in 1990. No, it is amazing.
Okay.
I'm going to get it wrong. It's either 94 or 96. It was produced and played with Brian Eno, who is a fucking amazing musician. Yeah. And it was kind of done in the face of the 9 Inch Nails movement. And it's it kind of eggs on that heavy industrial feel, but yet it doesn't lose that classic Bowie feel. So you get 9 Inch Nails and you get a dosage of classic Bowie in the same thing, and it combines elegantly.
I think Paul was talking about this in Ice Cream Social.
Yeah, he actually mentioned the follow-up album, which is called Earthling, and that one actually has Trent Reznor in it. Because Trent Reznor toured with Bowie on the Outsider tour, and that's where Bowie did songs like The Heart's Filthy Lesson and Hello Space Boy, and these beautiful, amazing, like, industrial pop rock songs, and it was art rock,
That's
and it was
amazing.
great. And there were so many instances where you have, like, Brian Eno banging on pianos and synthesizers, and you have Bowie melodically, like calling like an injured animal through some of the songs. There are some of the songs in there that are fucking incredible.
That's mad.
Yeah, it is one of the most.
I need to experience this.
And that's the key word. Is the album Outside is an experience. It was poorly received when it came out because it's a conceptual nightmare. It has narratives between certain songs where Bowie plays characters, and the characters are, oh, no main domain touch ring wasn't for you, and I'll go get her. And you're like, and it's got like this jazz playing, and you're like, what the fuck? And it's hard, but it's endearing, and it's perfect, and it's beautiful, and it's elegant, and it tells this great story, and it, you know, everything from the power-up anthem of Hello Space Boy that has this like pounding bass that slides and heavy drums to I'm Deranged, which was used in the film Lost Highway.
Oh, right, yeah.
Have you ever seen the opening song in Lost Highway, that funny how secrets travel on. Yep.
Yeah, I know the one, yeah.
And it's such a, oh man, so I would say go right, and it's funny because anybody else would say Hunky Dory. They would say Ziggy Stardust, which is a great album, but like one of the flaws with Ziggy Stardust is it's hard to come at that later. Ziggy Stardust is 100% a 70s glam rock album. And it's a great, beautiful album, but like coming at it from a modern day perspective, coming off of a world where bands like Sublime and Sugar Ray have existed.
Yeah.
It's weird to look back because it's this beautiful time capsule of music, but it's not timeless. Plus, Diamond Dogs is a better album. Diamond Dogs is fucking dark.
Which album? Oh, which one's that one? Which is that?
Diamond Dogs. The big hit song from it was a song called Rebel Rebel.
Oh right, yeah, I know.
Which is personally the weakest point of the album. The best part is there's this like 10-minute sound, 3 songs engineered into one called Sweet Thing Candidate and Sweet Thing Reprieve, and it's it's a great. It's so gothic before goth existed. The whole album has this really dark, menacing feel, whereas Ziggy Stardust had this sort of glam, almost buttery feel to it, where it was good, it was great, but Ziggy Stardust is a very buttery album. It feels, the guitar is played and the bass is played and the vocals are all done in a style that feel of the time. It doesn't feel like it's aching anything new. It feels like it's sort of parodying one part New York Dolls, one part Iggy Pop. It's basically David Bowie being an American, or at least how he would have seen America at the time, because he was looking over and looking over at America's grungy glam rock scene and going, "That's me now. Fuck this." And
funny.
And yeah, it's I could tangentially rant about David Bowie forever, but I would say if you need a jumping point to get into, especially for you, somebody who has like a darker taste, Outside is amazing.
I need to find all these. I'm going to find all these on Spotify. I need to listen.
Yeah. Start with Outside, and he does the 2 follow-ups is an album called Earthling, which is more drum and bass and industrial. It loses the sort of jazzy goth feel and goes for more of a lot of drums, a lot of bass. And then Hours is a straight up hard rock album. And Hours is really good too, but that one is a straight up hard rock album that unfortunately got misrepresented because the hit single on it was a song called Thursday's Child, which had an R&B kind of hip hop-ish feel. It had it wasn't hip hop per se, it wasn't David Bowie rapping, but it had that kind of,
wow.
It had a Destiny's Child kind of vibe going on where it had a lot of harmony, and basically anybody who liked that song would have hated the rest of the album, because the rest of the album is closer to, well, like the Red Hot Chili Peppers almost. Not in the speed, but in the vibe, especially later day 90s Chili Peppers. I'm definitely tangentially going off here on this, but
Well, I'm wondering if maybe you're onto another example there. I'm trying to go through the Chili Peppers albums in my head and think, did they get better with time, or did they just stay the same?
Where did they start at? I can't remember what their first...
You know what? Personally, I think they got worse with time. Really.
You think they got worse?
Yeah, to be honest, yeah, you probably hate me for saying this. I'm not really a fan, and I just think the more recent stuff, I'm like, wow, it just sounds like they can't be bothered anymore. It's like, well, then that's my opinion. But there we go.
Yeah. Well, they definitely know what works at this point. You know.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
I was thinking also the Foo Fighters. Although.
Yeah, maybe the food.
I think maybe they got better with time, or maybe they just are really consistently good. I don't know. I'd have to. It's the kind of thing where I'd have to really like lay out the albums and really decide. You know, like listen. Yeah.
Well, that's another band who did sort of get better with time. I think is Faith No More, and then they released a new album last year after. I don't know, they'd split up for 8 years and they got back together and released a new album last year, which was just amazing. It was like, holy crap. You know, when you're like, I love Faith No More, and I just thought, it might not be good, but it's like one of the best things.
Isn't that one of the worst feelings this day and age, where you're afraid your favorite band is going to be a bunch of old guys, and you're like, no.
Are they going to let me down? Are they going to be past it? Are they just not going to... Oh, but yeah, I mean, Faith No More didn't let me down. But yeah, I'm sure there's loads of other bands who have done that. Really, it's like, I
will say another band on this list that got considerably better with time, and it's the honest truth, is Iron Maiden.
Yeah. Okay. No, you're right. Yeah. I think we've discussed this before.
Paul Diago, I can't remember his name. Definitely
Diano.
Yeah, definitely a more punk rock vocalist. Definitely not as competent as Dickinson. Yeah. Although Dickinson is so.
I prefer Dickens. Dickens it sounds cute to that. Go on.
Dickens.
Dickens.
You there, young lad. What day is it? It's Christmas morning, Squire.
I'm going to put some Iron Maiden on there.
It's time to rock.
Yeah.
Christmas morning, you say?
To the shop, get some Iron Maiden on.
Take my gift, but I'll take yours too. I can't riff on because Iron Maiden would require me to scream, and I haven't slept enough.
No!
But Iron Maiden got better with time because one could say Number of the Beast is commonly what people think is their first album, despite the fact that everybody has the goddamn Killer's artwork. Nobody knows a single song off of Kill.
So, is Charlotte the Harlot on that one?
That one is in fact it is on that. I don't think people commonly know Charlotte the Harlot.
Yeah. It's the album's okay, but yeah, they did get better with time. I've had friends who are like, since Paul Diano, whatever his name is, left, they've been shit, and you're like, oh really? You know, when they like they stick with the first album. They were there at the beginning kind of thing, and it's like, no, this is the best thing, and the second one wasn't that good, and the third one was... You're like, nah. I mean, it's their opinion, isn't it, really?
The thing is they got better at playing. They got genuinely better at playing. They got more confident.
Yeah.
That's where the Iron Maiden sound developed from.
Definitely, yeah. No, you're right there. That's quite a long list, isn't it? Of
I told you, I could definitely. And once you touch metal, it's over because there are so many metal bands. Good example is Cradle of Filth. Their opening gambit was unlistenable. It was shrieking to muddled bad guitar. Not even impressive guitar, just played with the arpeggiated string thing, and just it's illegible. It's nearly garbage, and I feel bad saying that because I know it's very condescending, and there's a lot of people. It's like, no, it's great. I'm like, I don't see what's good about early Cradle. And then they got very melodic. They got very they definitely developed into something.
Yeah, they did. I told you my band supported them in Liverpool years back, kind of thing, before they kind of made it back.
They were cunts, or at least some of them were.
Yeah, they're a bit arsey, really. Yeah, they were.
I believe that.
Yeah, but then the band I was in, not me, but some of the other members of the band were like a bit thuggish, maybe, and because they drunk quite a lot, then there'd always be.
You're a total thug, Tony. Come on.
I'm a big softy, I am.
Yeah.
But no, there was always like problems at gigs because some of the members of my band were like they'd just get drunk and kind of cause fights and stuff like that. Well, not real fights, but they'd get in people's face and they'd be like, it'd go a bit nasty. And I'm sure we did that to Cradle of Filth. And so I say my band, we split up like late 90s. They were called Morbid Symphony. It was a death metal band, and we did get a name for being bastards, basically, or a bit hard, or the bit hard. Right. Don't mess with them because they're.
What's weird is after you guys split up, they reformed without you, and they're not called Voices.
You know what? I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. Well, you know what? I actually left before they did split up because it got to a point where I don't know if I should be saying this. Drug abuse. Do you want to know the story?
Drugs in a band?
In a band.
No.
No, to be honest,
no.
It wasn't fucking bad drugs, but basically everyone was just like sort of stoned and no one could be arsed, and I kind of was the only one who was straight all the time and drove the band round. And
isn't that the worst thing in the fucking world?
It's just because I don't really drink and I don't do drugs, and so it's always like, yeah, Tony will drive. Everyone else is like wrecked.
And
it got to a point. Fucking hell!
It's not even the driving. Yeah. When it comes to music, the worst thing is when you're sitting in a room full of people that you know can play, and they're all sitting around, and here it comes. You have the drummer. Hey, we should do like a concept album about like Dracula. Okay, that sounds fucking great. Just start playing. Like, it was like people would think like the imagery will kind of be like vampires, but we'd actually be telling about like Vlad the Impaler. It's gonna be fucking sick. Like we'll come out on stage, and we're all gonna have like vampire capes and like okay, fucking play, and we're gonna end the show with a cover of "Hallowed Be Thy Name," and it's gonna be sick, dude. And usually by then somebody else in the band is they're well off being stoned too, so then they have to start throwing in their like, dude, like what if we got like a chick like to sing like harmonies, and then we got like a keyboard, and it's like, okay, let's do these things right now. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, come on, motherfucker. I'm a street walking Cheeto with a heart full of napalm, motherfucker. Give me danger. And there's like, calm down, we got this. Like, man, like, fine, dude. I'm just gonna smoke this bowl. Oh, dude, let's go outside and smoke a cigarette. Now that we just smoked pot, now we have to go stand outside and smoke a fucking cigarette. You're just standing there like, come on.
That's exactly what it's like. Yeah.
Best thing ever was that verbatim happened to a band I was auditioning for. I came in to audition, and we did, I think it was 2 Marilyn Manson songs, which was great. It was fun, and we did these 2 Marilyn Manson songs. They're like, dude, you're fucking great. Do you mind if we blaze? And I'm like, go ahead. And then the rest of the time I spent there was them smoking pot and telling me about our stage show. And I'm like, we're not a band. I just met you guys.
Yeah,
I don't know your names. We don't have a band name, and you're talking about our stage show?
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Dude, we should get like a chick to play guitars.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's like, let's just do this shit. The thing is, being in a band, it's fucking hard work, and it's having a relationship with X number of people. You know what I mean? And there's going to be problems anyway, but I think most people don't realize it's going to be hard work, and they're like, oh shit, this is really bad kind of thing, and yeah, people get lazy about it. And I mean, my first band, it just turned out it was just kind of me and the drummer who were doing all the work and the writing and shit like that. It just gets to a point where it's like, you know what, I'd rather be doing something else with someone else. You know, let's do music with another band kind of thing. So, but here's the funny thing about you saying, after the band split, they carried on in their Oasis. I left the band, right? So we'd been like sort of touring England and doing shit like that, and I left the band. They fucking got like a mini tour in the States after I left, and I was like, what the fuck? So they actually went to America without me. I was like, oh, bastard. But it just sounded like a fucking living hell, really. So I was kind of glad I didn't go. So, yeah, they all come back completely coked up and fucked up. And there we go. Okay. I hope none of the band members listen to this.
No, that's fine. Like, what are they going to do? Unless they are Oasis, then they can shut us down with ease.
To be honest, it's pretty public, really. But, you just think, oh, I'm so glad. Initially, I was kind of, like, jealous. Like, oh, fucking hell, I love America. I want to go. And then when I kind of, like, heard all the stories afterwards, I was like, shit, that sounds horrendous. They did, was it Milwaukee Metal Fest, big music festival. And before they went on stage, someone had spiked their drinks with some other band, all getting high, so they spiked.
Was it the Cosby 7 and was it roofies?
Yeah. It was some black dude with this like crazy jumper. No, it wasn't really. I just made that part.
With a sweater.
They actually spiked the drink with fucking like I don't know, liquid acid. I don't know what.
The band's name is Go Ahead, Urgent Sacrifice. Gotta do the thing when how many of y'all like vodka? I heard you like rock and roll, but it's not like you come down and you hit the song when you sing.
So they all got raped by Bill Cosby. That's the end of my story.
I like the idea of Bill Cosby. I love the idea of Bill Cosby heading up like an Ozfest.
Yeah, Milwaukee Metal Fest. Bill Cosby's just like funded it. He's just putting it on, and he's just like fucking roofing everybody. Yeah, it could be actually.
I'm just getting off to the idea of Bill Cosby walking out in like one of those Marilyn Manson style Widowmakers, and just kind of like
ready to rock.
Let's get talking about Go thing. It's about Jack the Ripper when I live back in the old time.
Bill Cosby will come out and he'll be like, do you like alcohol? Would you like a drink with me? It'd be one of them, wouldn't it, really? Yeah.
I heard y'all like taking naps.
There he is.
I kind of like death metal Cosby. I like the idea. Cosby? Yeah. Back in the day, I used to play with Black Sabbath. We wanted to do a song to was basically like pudding pop. But it didn't quite. It changed the lyrics to it now, so I got to do it.
You know
so
what?
I made a TV show.
Talking about pudding pop, pudding skin. I want to know how we all feel on pudding skin.
I've never had it.
Pudding. You haven't had any type of.
I've never had pudding skin. I mean, I've had the only kind of pudding I've had is like second grade, handy snacks. Like,
oh yeah.
I am totally replacing you saying pudding with cock right now. I've never had it. I've only had it second grade.
Yeah. You know what? To be honest, I did exactly the same. As you were saying it, I was thinking pudding could mean something else. Yeah, I was thinking of that. I was there. I was so there. Actually.
No, I've had plenty of that, but.
Carry on.
Pudding skin, assuming that's code for something.
Yeah. You know what?
Don't look at me!
It does mean something quite different in the UK, that though. No, it doesn't really. It might
pudding.
Do. Yeah, I could make it rude. I could make it quite rude. Anyway, what Ace pudding skin?
That's what I call my foreskin.
Okay then. No, pudding skin. Right, I'm not going to get serious.
When the women don't want the pudding skin, what they do is they take the hand up the base of the shaft and they roll it back and they make the little ribbing and
That's what we call ribbed for her pleasure.
I don't care
for
pudding skin, but I don't.
No, you don't.
I wouldn't.
I like it.
I don't think I would evacuate a bowl of pudding if it had pudding skin. Like, I don't think I would, like... No. I wouldn't go like, pudding skin? What are you doing? This isn't what I wanted. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Jacob and Matt freak out, yeah. They freaked out with it.
I'm not like a princess about my food, you know? Like, if you make me a bowl of pudding, like, if you went to the trouble, I would, like... be grateful and just eat it, I'm sure. Like, I don't know. Maybe the skin is gross. I don't know.
I'm still...
You gotta eat every last bit of it. Don't mind the rice pudding chunks that taste like that.
Yeah, I'm still replacing the word pudding with penis in my head. But, no, go on. Carry on.
Yeah. That was on our checklist of things to talk about, was penis.
Penis.
Yes.
Penis.
What about penis?
So if you say it in the mirror 3 times... No, it doesn't work. Ace.
I've tried it on those lovely nights.
Okay. It might work. It's like Candyman, but it's not gonna. Ace, you've been drawing scoop penises, personal scoop penises, for your own pleasure. No. Okay.
I'm sure a couple of the scoops are probably dickheads. I don't know. So I'm sure. I'm sure there's a few out there that are terrible.
So, hold on. What I want to know: Scoops did send penis shots to you to draw.
No. Everybody sent me pictures of their head. I had to look at so many heads, and I did all that in a night, and that was insane.
Can I tell you that I love my Scoop head? Can I just publicly announce I absolutely love mine?
I love mine. I do love mine. When you did mine,
you got one of the originals.
I did. I was just made up. Mine, because you did it with Matt, Paul, Jacob, Penn's, yours.
Yeah, I actually made the Scoop heads originally. It was like maybe about 1 month in, when I realized that I was actually consistently working with these guys, I decided to mock up several Scoop heads so that way I could have some form of credits. So, because whoever worked on the show. And I basically made these Scoop heads, and I said, hey guys, if you guys want to write something, I can put it next to these Scoop heads, and that way anybody who likes the show can visit your page and see who does stuff. And,
yeah.
And I think I got that's a great idea, and then never heard again. So. Yeah. and I think after several months, eventually I was cleaning out files, and I found them, and I'm like, I'm gonna post these, and then people were like, how do I get one? And I was like.
They're kind of all over sort of Facebook and Twitter now. Just more and more people. It's like, holy shit. Obviously, a lot of Scoops must be following me. And I was like, oh, yeah. But it's great. I just love seeing them. They're just amazing. Although, when I posted mine, a friend of mine went, that's not you. Your hair's gone greyer than that. So I grayed my hair up a bit on one of them and resent it out. So
that's okay. They're
it's fine.
Intellectually, they're completely fine to be fucked with. I don't
It's
care.
Okay, yeah. There could have been awful about
it. I don't claim ownership of them. I actually recently denied ownership of them because I don't want to go down with that boat. That's fucking Matt and Paul's thing. They can deal with that.
No, they are cool though. It's great. It's great seeing them. It is.
Yeah.
Really cool. I had to draw a Scoop dog. I think that was the most interesting thing. Is somebody sent a picture of their dog, and I was very impressed by that because my initial impression was I was hoping to encourage the Scoop head thing to be more than just Scoop heads. Like, I'm fine with drawing faces, but I wanted to make it clear that we could have done animals or celebrities if somebody wanted, like, a stormtrooper with the thing, or like Mario or something. And,
you know, I hate to beat a dead horse, but I keep telling you, if you want to get dick pics, you got to get on Snapchat.
You know what? I was so disappointed because after you kind of like gave a shout out for people to send naked pictures to us, no one did the Ace? Unless did you get any Ace? I've been waiting all week. Nothing at all. You know what? I do need to get on Snapchat again because I'm seeing that more and more. Not just for the dick pics, but
Ryer hasn't been using it as much as I expected since he opened the account. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, hey, listen, not talking about. It just reminded me talking about Snapchat. You know, Periscope, You know what Periscope is,
right?
Live streaming.
I'm familiar. Yes.
You're familiar with it. Emily Jillette will be doing a load of periscoping from the Slamdance Film Festival this Friday, including Penn and Riff's Q&A and stuff like that. So kind of need to tune in to all that because that'll be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need to get on Snapchat. I want nudity, so I'll get onto there.
And there is no other way to find nudity anywhere on the internet.
Yeah, you really can't. It's impossible.
What do you mean? Are you guys being sarcastic? What? You tell me? It's the pornography on the internet.
No,
really?
I actually will make a confession. It is hotter when you have some kind of personal contact with the person.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Like there's something genuinely sexier. I believe I made this observation before that like I myself would rather a slightly unattractive person with whom I know or have a relation with over a model naked with whom is somebody pulled off of like a Playboy site.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
Definitely.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. So I'm definitely getting on Snapchat. Yeah.
Is it warm in here?
Yeah. Carry on. No, sorry. Yeah. You know what?
That's a song by Kansas.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, don't do anything now because this is my YouTube account. It'll get shut down if there's any type of nudity on this. So let's not do it. Okay. I was gonna do it. No, go on, do it.
I was already naked. Yeah. I was leaning forward too much.
Well, talking about nudity, right? Semi-nudity, or even having one's testicle on show. Paul gave him a knee at 50 Shades by one of his balls popping out. There was a side ball shot, wasn't there? So
I can't even imagine.
And he just didn't even care about it, did he? He's like, yeah, it's that dance belt, yeah, we need to adjust that kind of thing. But it wasn't just like one side of the audience could like see it and everyone just laughed, and the other side were just like, what are they laughing at? That's just an awkward moment. So
Yeah.
So
I believe you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have.
It's fun. That did make me laugh quite a lot. And I'm actually doing this podcast today with one of my balls out as well, just for Paul's sake as well. Actually, I've got no trousers on at all. I've got everything else. So it doesn't matter. Was Paul's wife kind of not bothered? I think she was there, wasn't she? And she was like,
he said she was. Yeah.
I kind of wonder if that dichotomy still stands though. Like, are women going to be as jealous if the balls slip as if the guy would be jealous if the boob slips? I think that there might not be a fair.
No, I don't think that's a fair.
Because a boob slip is universally considered hot. I think to most sexes. But a ball slip is considered hot to nobody. Even if you're really into that, you're like, that is one weird, veiny, slightly hairy appendage just sort of hanging out there all sad and lonely. Kind of looking like that. Kind of looking like the eldest mother from the Golden Girls, just sort of hanging out there.
I knew where you were going then, straight off. It is, yeah. She does look like one big testicle.
Well, it's actually because I refer to my genitals as the Golden Girls, and I actually have named my phallus is called B. Arthur. So.
B. Arthur.
Yeah, it's the one that sort of towers above the others, isn't it? Really? Yeah, so, totally understandable. So, but yeah, I know I can't see a ball sort of slipping out to be.
So Betty White is still alive. Just want to throw that out there. Betty White is still alive. Yeah, she's like 700 years old. I believe if I'm not incorrect, she actually is now Skeletor.
Oh wow! Wow.
Well, hey there, He-Man. What are you doing today? I'm gonna make some cookies.
Could you draw a Betty White as Skeletor scoop head?
Yes.
I could, but
now.
I don't know if it would be. Somebody would probably think I was doing They Live fan art. Like, I see what you're doing. It's a satire of today's culture. You know, I've had a character. I've had a character inside of my head for a long time now, and I have yet to expunge him. I really want to do social justice warrior Batman.
What would he look like?
Well, he would be kind of like Batman. He'd be like really surly and big, but like he wouldn't fight crime. He would fight social injustices.
Oh.
And I don't know why.
Tell me more.
The thought occurred to me when I was taking a shower recently, and I just started laughing uncontrollably about how hilarious it would be if Batman just fought like social indignities, like.
Go on, give an example. Go on.
Like just beating up people from the internet. I saw that you were on YouTube. You referred to that person of a different sexual orientation than yourself as a faggot. You will be suffering.
You gave a thumbs down, and then you.
I have given you literature to educate yourself, and I will keep you off your computer for at least 6 hours while you educate yourself and better yourself. I'm Batman, social justice warrior Batman.
Fucking hell.
But then, like, the real joy to
I
me
kind of like that.
Is the idea that his villains would be reinvented as internet trolls.
Right.
So like I imagined maybe the Joker would be like a chauvinist and Harley Quinn would just be somebody who would forward that notion. Or maybe Harley Quinn would just be like a guy pretending to be a girl to get away with saying stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's good, yeah.
I like that.
No, I can make these comments all I want. I'm actually a girl on the internet and I'm 14
Honestly.
and I have double Ds. Oh, Holly! Look at this woman thinking she can act. Oh, how terrible! It's a good reason why she doesn't make nearly as much money as men who are superior. Hey, you misogynist Joker! It's me, social justice Batman. I'm here to stop your misogynistic ways and inform you that women are as important as men. Helen Keller! Helen Keller was deaf and blind and essentially retarded. You can't say that word. That word is not a good word. You can't say that, Joker. You got... who said you? Yeah, this evolved into me screaming.
Oh, that was good. Count me in on that. That's really good. I like that. Listen, one thing we haven't done yet: Sonic High School.
We haven't.
Do that?
Yeah, oh boy! Do I get to
do that?
Car?
I do that thing.
I loved being a car last week.
Best thing ever.
You're a natural. You're a natural.
Yep. I'm part car. My mom was a car.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to ask. Oh, right. Okay. Which part are you car? Car.
Below the waist.
All right. There we go.
I'm actually a scorpion below the waist.
Just the waist. Yeah. The wheel. Yeah, wheels. I'm all wheels below the waist.
All
That's
wheels.
it. Yeah.
Check out the wheels.
So I am dropping this into chat. I guess I'll be playing narrator this time.
Chapter 40. Chapter 40. Okay.
I will maintain my typical characters as Sonic and Shadow because they're the coolest. Because I'm the coolest.
Yeah, you are.
And I don't know what other characters are there. So if you guys want to just elect whatever characters you want to be as I go along.
I'll be Amy because I have a vagina. Or actually, I just have wheels. Never mind. I can't keep my own story straight. Damn it!
You have a wheeled vagina. No, I was trying to think of a correlate to that. I can't think of
wheeled vagina.
My mind went straight to fucking Highway Star. I don't know why.
Okay,
Straight to that. Nobody gotta stop my car. Blah, blah,
Deep Purple.
Yeah, Deep Purple.
Yeah. That track's is that track in Ash vs Evil Dead, one of the early episodes?
Yes, it is.
Fucking it's great, isn't it? Right.
Alright, so
Rouge is in it later, I think. Am I Rouge?
Yeah.
It is. That is Rouge, isn't it? It's not Rogue. Have I been saying this wrong?
I think it's Rouge. I think it is Rouge. Yeah,
or
Rouge.
Yeah.
We can just call it Rugy. All right.
Rugy. Okay.
Rugy. Chapter 14, the play. Sonic and Amy got to high school and went to the play, which was at the school. When they got to the auditorium, they were not expecting to be surprised. But they were, because the auditorium was actually full of men and women idiots waiting to see the play. Cool young people such as high school students did not come to see the play unless they had to. The place was so full of Sonic, this place was so full that Sonic and Amy had to sit in the back seat surrounded by strangers that could have been dirty or usually did crime. Sonic looked around to the place and saw Rug and Knuckles Jr., who was a baby, sitting really by the door out, and Tails and Cream all the way on the other side, which is where they probably would have sat anyways, because Tails hated Sonic to the sky. Sonic saw that Shadow was standing around places and did not get in a seat because he was too bad for that.
We're at the play now,
said Amy to Sonic, even though she was surrounded by people who were neither of them.
I wonder when it will begin.
I have to go back on that line. She was surrounded by people who were neither of them. That is very deep. That is how I feel when I'm in a crowd. I'm so lonely in a crowd.
That is deep purple.
I am so lonely in a crowd that I'm surrounded by people who are not me.
Who are not you? Yeah.
Who are
yeah. I feel like that. Yeah.
It's going to start soon. Said Sonic back to Amy. What I'm wondering is not that, but it is if Charmy is going to mess up big time because he has been acting weird all week. I bet you he will. Sonic laughed. And about this because it did not really matter to him, but it did to Charmy. The play they were doing was the Christmas story, even though it was not Christmas time. But they thought it was a good idea to do anyways. In the play, Silva played Joseph, who was the Jesus dad. Charmy played Mary because even though he was not a girl, everyone thought he was anyways. Baby version Jesus was going to be played by Knuckles, who was now fitted for the role that he was a baby. Sonic and Amy sat patiently in this. I almost turned into David Bowie for a second there.
Yeah.
Who was the baby?
That was good.
Sonic and Amy sat patiently in the seats where they were, even though Sonic could have been out running around. Sonic waited by rubbing Amy's leg and seeing how close he could get his hand to her vagina before she rubbed him off. Sonic determined that Amy was primed and ready for sex because of vagina.
Oh no! Next line.
Sonic determined that Amy was prime and ready for sex because her vagina felt hard and loose, as far as he could when he could get close to it in his hand before the play began. He almost forgot totally that he had a deadly ball disease. The play eventually started, and it was just as gay as they thought it would be. There was a singing and songs, but otherwise it was just like the Christmas story. Mary got why did I turn English? What the fuck? Mary got a letter from the angel saying she was going to have a baby, but she did not want to have the baby at home because the king would not let babies vote.
What?
The king would not.
I'm gonna lose this stupid voice.
Holy shit!
Is this accurate?
They were singing. There was singing and songs, but otherwise, it was just like the Christmas story always was. Mary got a letter from an angel saying she was going to have a baby, but she did not want to have the baby at home because the king would not let babies vote. So Mary and Joseph rode bikes all the way from London to Jerusalem.
Jesus.
What?
When they got there, the hospital was full. So they went to the barn and had the baby in there, and it turned out to be the legendary hero, Jesus. Through the whole play, Silver did a really good job, and Charmy did an okay job, but everyone sure believed he was a woman because his voice was so high. And girls.
Because his voice is so high and girl.
Then they got to the ending where Mary was to have her baby out. Mary flipped onto her front and Joseph pulled Jesus out of her butt.
Oh.
Which looked totally fake. Sonic could tell even with special effects. Joseph held Jesus high up to show God, and then gave him to Mary, who was actually charming. Thank you for specifying that.
Yeah, good.
Charmy looked at Jesus, Knuckles, really close, and then reached into his clothing with his hand that was not holding him, and pulled out a knife!
Is this me?
One of you
Charmy.
Yeah, I'll be it. Time to get murdered!
Said Charmy as he started to kill Knuckles. Just as he began to do this, Silver boldly flew into them and knocked Knuckles up and away from Charmy.
Oh my god, what's happening?
Said Amy, who was startled hard. Charmy is trying to kill Knuckles, obviously, said Sonic to Amy. It was true, and people started to being yelling and screaming. Just then, a gunshot came from the back of the audience. Shadow pulled out his gun from his spot and aimed at Charmy B from the back of the audience. Shadow fired his gun and the bullet hit his head. But he must have been wearing a gun-proof helmet, because the bullet from the gun went off his head and up into the ceiling, where it hit a light, and the light fell down along with other things. Something from the ceiling fell into the back of the stage where the props were, and one of the props was a bomb that they used for some things. The prop was a real bomb, though, and then the thing hit it, and the bomb exploded. The bomb exploded with a huge explosion, like a bunch of horses made of fire, running through the place. Suddenly, people did not really care about the play anymore, because the place was full of fire that could kill you. Rogue and Knuckles Jr. already got out quick, right away, because they were at the door. Sonic looked and saw Amy next to him, was almost unconscious because of all the fire and smoke and shocking things. Women. Sonic picked her up and ran out of the auditorium with the fast speed. Sonic found Rouge and Knuckles Jr. outside in the hallway where it was safe.
Are you okay?
Said Rouge.
Knuckles Jr. predicted that this would happen, so we sat by the door so we could get out easy.
Yes, we are okay, said Sonic. Amy here is going into shock attack, but it is nothing she will not get over. Sonic looked around and saw people running out, but there was a lot of other people still stuck in the auditorium, and some of them were fainted. People were leaving and not helping the other people get out, but the lunch lady, who had ears but was deaf, was running into the auditorium and carrying women and children back out. The lunch lady lived in Mongolia by herself as a child and became very strong from carrying trees back from the frozen forest to the village that she traveled between. So now she could carry stacks of people since she was deaf. All of the noises that the fire were making did not bother her because she could not hear. Sonic saw the lunch lady bring out Cream, but Tails was not being brought out because he was not a woman or a child. Sonic thought, damn, he is my friend. Sonic swallowed his scary feelings and ran into the burning auditorium. Tails, who passed out in the front. Sonic picked Tails up and ran in and brought his body outside to the hallway and began doing CPR to his body. Sonic thought, this will look gay, but it did not matter because Tails was still his friend. Sonic pushed on his body and started kissing him to give him life again. Sonic kept kissing, and Amy, and Rude, and Knuckles Jr. watched as he kissed Tails' face. But Tails was not waking up. Sonic, said Shadow over on the side. Charmy escaped and is running to the school like a murderer. Stop CPR kissing Tails. You have to help us catch him. Then Silver gave Knuckles to Rouge and said, what of you?
He is safe now, but he needs to sleep.
Rouge was so happy she could have kissed him, but did not! Sonic looked and said, Amy, finish doing CPRs on Tails. I will let you and will not get jealous. Sonic kissed her mouth and felt one of her boobs. and ran off with Shadow and Silver to go catch the guy who was trying to kill baby Knuckles. That was now running around the school and could danger them all.
I mean, that's the only way to say goodbye to your girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
You gotta grab a boob.
Yeah, straight after a crisis as well. It's always.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
No.
Quick boob grab. Yeah.
Like,
definitely.
oh, we could have died. Quick.
Yeah.
Are you ready to make sex now?
Yeah. Okay, just a couple of things. Right, that was pretty action-packed. Firstly, Ace. When you started reading it, did you start off not as Sean Connery, but Sean Connolly? Was that Sean Connolly? It was, wasn't it? Not Connery.
I'm Sean Connolly. I forgot what was my one character trait, but I still have it going.
That's fine. No, and then the other thing that struck me, so when Mary had the baby, she got onto all fours.
Yeah.
Gave birth.
That's where.
Well, no, you know what? I'm reckoning this kid has seen some video of a cow giving birth or something like that. That's what it'd be.
Because earlier when whatever was born.
Oh yeah. There was other births, wasn't there?
Yeah.
How weird! Wow.
And he thinks sex is like just touching genitals with your hand. He's just like, oh, that like, yeah.
And her vagina went hard and loose.
and making a balls hurricane.
Oh my god.
He spun his balls with her balls, and they made a balls hurricane.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, jeez.
They also did expert sex stuff, like using his penis like a rolling pin on her face, and sticking his penis in her belly button to see how far it would go in.
Okay, but the rolling pin on the face thing, that is real.
Is it?
No.
No, you said it. You said it.
Oh, now it's real, yeah.
Your husband, right? Has he ever? No, that's okay. Don't worry. Has he ever?
Everybody knows too much about him already. Yeah.
Soon as I leave this podcast, I'm going to try it out now, which is going to be a bit awkward because my wife's asleep. She's going to wake up to that.
So you trying to rolling pin your own face?
Yeah. No, her face. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, mine. Mind you, Jessica, your husband probably could do that to his face.
Yeah,
easily. He could do that. Yeah. So there we go. Suggest that to him from me. Please.
Okay, I'll tell him.
Yeah, please. Let me know if he does it. So.
Okay.
I'll
put it on Snapchat.
I was just gonna. Is he on Snapchat? Yeah. So that was an exciting episode of Sonic High School. I did enjoy it.
I feel bad that I lost the voice about halfway through.
Oh no, it was good. That was fine.
That was pretty ambitious. When you started,
I was surprised you went on that long with the voice.
I know I could have done it all the way, but Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, we blame Tales.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. No, that's really good. So I enjoyed that. So should we wrap the show up now? I think because the coffee jelly hour has gone over an hour now. So
okay.
Should we all say goodbye?
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm really tired. So goodbye from me. I'm Tony. Bye from Ace.
I heard a message from the Action Man.
I'm
happy. Hope you're happy too.
Goodbye from Jessica.
I loved all I needed.
And goodbye from me.
And goodbye from you. And just before we go,
I've never done good things.
I'm not gonna get a word in edgeways, am I?
I've never done bad things.
Just remember.
I've never did anything out of the blue.
I'll let Ace go for a little bit. Okay, just remember.
Be the next to break me. Wanna come down right now? Ashes to ashes, funk to funky. We know Major Tom's a junkie, strung out in heaven's high, living an all-time
Just remember, if it looks like magic, it is not magic. It is science. So deal with it. See you all next week. See you soon.
Bye.